So hello everyone. Today we have another NABARD Grade A topper with us, Mr. Rutvij. He have cleared NABARD Grade A examination from IT stream in 2023, and his story is a great one, and he have a lot of accolade in his hand. So he is a fresher first of all, and he was actually targeting RBI. So it was not like in the last year he was preparing for NABARD. So actually what happened, he was not eligible since he was a fresher and he didn't get the degree in time, so was not able to appear in the RBI. He started preparing for NABARD, and at that time he was also a working aspirant. He got a placement and he was working in a company, and along with his job he prepared for NABARD. He was a fresher, and in one attempt he was able to clear NABARD Grade A examination. So his story is a great one. You will be learning a lot of things from this interview. But before we start that, welcome Mr. Rutvij.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
And congratulations from all the viewers, from whole EduTap team, and from me personally. And we have a lot of interaction throughout his journey. He was connected to us. He was one of our paid student, and we had a lot of interaction while we were on, on the different session also. And when we have the Zoom calls, the Google Meet, so we have a lot of interaction, and that is why I specifically remember his name very well. So I welcome you also. Like I have told you, he cleared this examination from IT stream, and he have done his graduation from the triple IT, and he had done his dual graduation. So he have done MBA and he have also done the IT, right? So Rutvij, you want to further tell me about your your educational background?
Yeah, so I have done my BTech in Information Technology and MBA from Triple IT Gwalior. So Triple IT is Indian Institute of Information Technology. So there I have like MBA degree as well, along with my IT specialization. And yes, apart from that, in 10th, I have been like 10th CGPA. In 12th also, I had some 90%, 88%.
so
So
here
that
from
is
this
my
story
education.
So here from the story we can get he's very studious, but we have a very interesting story to tell about his placement. So he got the placement and he actually got placement in three companies. But fortunately, unfortunately, you never know what destiny have for you. So Rutvij will tell how his story for the placement goes.
Okay, so like in the fifth year when the placement begins, right? So uh, see, there's a generally college policy that if you are selected in a company, then you are like barred from the placements for the remaining companies. So what has happened that I was selected in a company as a data analyst, and then after like I was selected in October 2022, but like after some time in December, the company, due to some downsizing and everything, just revoked my offer letter. And the same thing happened to me twice. So like I was selected in at the end of December as well, but some other company like they revoked my offer in like Feb. So it's like two revokes in the college placement time. And then at the last of my college, like at the May, I had got a backend developer position at some company. But then off campus, I looked up for companies and better opportunities, and I got into like my company currently, which I'm working in Bangalore.
Right. I think it's a very interesting story that you never know. Like you must have been very relaxed. Okay, I have gotten placement.
Yes,
Then,
yes.
then it was cancelled, and then you get appeared again, then selected again, then
Yeah.
appeared again, selected again. So I think from this everybody can learn that you might feel like a lot of hardship here and there, just like Rutvij might have felt at that time. But ultimately, if you put a lot of effort, if you do the hard work in right direction, you will get your dream job, you will get in right path, you will get what you deserve. So in this line I would also like to ask you, since you were also a working aspirant, how was your company? Like, was it very strict and you were not able to, open up and you have to tell ki, okay, you have to secretly prepare for NABARD grade A examination? Or was it like, you had a very relaxed timetable or schedule in the company and you were able to prepare somehow for NABARD grade A while you're working?
So no, it was not that strict. my company was quite like lenient, and with the since being a fresher, the companies would want you to learn about the things first rather than like directly going and uh, like putting like contributing on the code line and everything. So yes, my company was a bit supportive, I would say, and I would spend my most of the time in the company. So it has happened that I have prepared in the company as well when I was not equipped with some another work. So yeah, so that is all.
Okay, so while you were working, how did you manage? Like which component you used to prepare, and how did you manage to prepare for that component while you were working? Since everybody, once they get home, somehow they manage to read, but doing that in company is a skill. So you have to share that with us.
Like I used to listen mostly
Mhm.
while working, like while doing redundant stuff or like anything which is so I used to listen to those videos. So I had took like the YouTube Premium subscription and everything. So I used to listen to YouTube thing like YouTube videos, and I used to listen to EduTap videos like the sessions in the crash course and everything. So there I was I would grasp things, I would write it down somewhere, and then I would copy to my main notes, like main notes, and so that is how I was able to do it.
Right. So from your story, what can understand is you were more of a listener type. So you used to listen to the videos, and while you have some, work that doesn't require that much of attention. And while you were listening to that, if you manage to somehow write it down to somewhere, and then once you reach home, you write it down to your main notes. So let's talk about this main note and how did you come to prepare this main note and in what way note making can actually help an aspirant to prepare for final day of the examination.
Yeah, so this has been I can say a trick from my engineering or maybe from JE time. So I have given JE as well. So from the JE time as well. So I have always been comfortable to understand what I have written. So I used to listen to things. I used to whenever I used to see a video, I used to like write all the important things which I feel in very like shortest form possible, and that things like it is necessary that you should understand those things. Like no, if anyone else won't understand, that is not of like that is not a issue, but like one who has written that, he should understand that. So I used to make these kind of notes, and then like I used to read those notes completely. Whenever I used to get any time, I used to read those notes. And it was the case so that in half an hour as well, I used to like completely been able to recall the notes. So like your brain is getting hit with that information somewhere, and that way you recall. So that was my plan for revising for the exam.
Right. So, did your note making only help in preparation, or at the last they also do some role and help you?
Yeah, so like even at the like exam as well, like sitting outside waiting to get inside is to see the notes. So this has been always uh what like something which is very sacred to me. So this is like I have to read, I have to read, I have to read. Whenever I get time, I have to read once. Whenever I get time, I won't get bored of this thing. So yes, I would like completely go again and again, again and again, hit my brain with that information again and again. So that way, I was like, I would recollect everything at at a like lower scale though, but still like in the examination, I was like, I found this quite helpful.
Right. So there, I would like to give a tip to every aspirant, especially from the Rutvij story that I can hear. See, the notes that you're making first, make it customized. It is your notes, so you should be able to understand it. If somebody is not able to understand it, no issue with that. Then the note that you're making, try to repeat it as much as you can. See, as Rutvij have told me that even when the day of examination was there, he was able to manage revision due to the notes he have, and since he was very familiar with the note. So you will have to
Yeah.
copy paste that strategy, especially if you're somebody who is in habit of making notes. So do that, and you will be able to achieve the result that Rutviz have shown us. So Rutviz, on the same line, I would like to ask you, since you were working in a private sector, parents usually have that ki, okay, my son, my daughter is doing the job. Now he or she, either they are like कि, okay, they should push and do more, or they are like कि, okay, beta बहुत कर लिया, now do some rest. You have personal life, you have professional life, and you have, a lot of things to do, juggle between. So what was your parents reaction while you were preparing for NABARD grade A? Were they like कि, okay, don't prepare, or they were like कि, you do whatever you want to do, we have no, saying on it?
No, actually, my parents, like especially my mother, pushed me towards government job, since she had some uh, things like I told you about the
Hmm.
offer letters getting revoked in private. Those are all private companies, right?
Hmm.
And here also like layoffs and all everything going on. So even my company suffered a layoff at that time.
Hmm.
So that is why even she like asked me to she said me that okay, it's the right age and you still can study at this time, and you have that the company and all is not that asking too much like right now, so you can like push yourself to appear for a government exam. So like especially my mother was quite like pushing me towards this to write the exam and like be serious and like prepare it well.
So I think that's a great thing to have, that your family, when your family become your inspiration, I think it also pushes you, okay, okay, for the happiness of myself and my family, because your family is happy when you are happy and your well-being is assured. So I think your mother was also pushing you in that direction, because she knew that you have in you where you can prepare for this examination. She have seen your potential and she pushed you in that direction. And I would say ki it was a great thing for her to do, since you were able to sit here today and I was lucky enough to have this interview with you. Right. So now let's talk about your preparation. So you have told me that you are from, you have done the MBA, you are from the IT background, and so, how did you manage to do quant reasoning English, since decision making was no challenge for you? You were from MBA and computer sciences. Since you are from IT, it must have been easy. So, did you face any challenge in quant reasoning English?
Actually, no, ma'am. As like being a JE student and maths being my favorite, so I never had like any issue in quant reasoning. And like even in the company placements as well, some companies ask for such things, and these things have been quite like good. Even I was able to get AIR 14 in IIT Guwahati's
Hmm.
like best like aptitude exam. So
Hmm.
it's like one of the toughest kind of in India. So
Hmm.
it's technothon. So yes, so that was like quite like it came to me naturally. So quant reasoning was never an issue. Apart from that, English as well, my writing, though not the writing speed and everything, but the writing content and everything was good, as I have been I have been some documentation head in some fests of my college and everything. So writing English was also very good. Like my writing English was also very good, and I have also been editor in chief of a debut magazine in my college. So English also was like pretty good. So quant reasoning in English was not an issue to me.
Right. So when we are talking on this line, so we also have the merit section. So first of all, when did you started to prepare for NABARD grade A examination? You are fresh out of college, you were working. So in meantime, when did you think ki I'll appear for NABARD, and when did you actually started to prepare for NABARD grade A examination for 2023?
Like around let's say July, I saw master class of EduTap regarding other examinations related to RBI grade. And I had a RBI internship earlier. I had worked in RBI Bhopal RO. So there I was placed in the financial inclusions department. So there I got familiarized with NABARD as it has a lot to do with financial inclusion of India.
Hmm.
So then I got to know about NABARD and NABARD Grade A, how it hires and everything. And then at the end of the master class and maybe some days later after like rethinking, I purchased the course in somewhere around August. But like then I got in my office work. I like left not exactly left, but like it somehow like I didn't pay that much attention to the course. But then when the notification came up, that was like a alarm bell to me that okay. And even in the like I saw the IT posts are quite high, and I have a good chance in like getting here. So that is like where I got serious exactly. And like once EduTap started the uh, like courses, like the classes, live classes.
Yeah.
So that is where my full-fledged like daily level preparation began.
S-
So at that time only I was like making my notes and then revising it and then like doing all the things which I've said earlier.
So you buy the course although in August, but you actually started to prepare in the after the notification when the live classes of EduTap started, right?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
But since like IT cutoffs are lower on the lower side, so that is why I think I was able to manage so.
Yeah, yeah. I think for journalist team, it must
Mm-hmm.
have been challenge, but yes, for
Uh-huh.
IT's team, fair chances are there since the
Uh-huh.
cutoffs are very low. So, since you have told me you have no issue with quant reasoning English, or since you were from IT background, you didn't have any problem in computer or MBA you have done, so you have no issue with decision making also. But here comes the challenge of merit section. There we have current affair, we have the ARD ESI in phase one. This makes all 8 subjects. So non-merit section was no issue, but for merit section, being from the specialist stream and it was something new for you. So how did you manage to prepare? What were your sources and how did you actually cover those sources?
Okay, so like I have only referred to the live classes, and the there they would like teach about schemes and everything, right? In the live classes also, like the video has everything which is needed. So there I was able to write like I wrote everything in my notes, and then I focused on that thing. So GK was very challenging for me. Like I have not like been that consistent, like very inconsistent rather in like following up the news and everything. So that is why GK was a problem for me. Being from MBA side, I do have some theoretical knowledge about economics as well. But GK and agriculture was completely new to me, but it felt like some subject like which I have to do to get through it. It was not that. And me being from a farmer's family, I understood some things about it. I used
Hmm.
to talk to my uncle who like currently does farming. That okay, I have got to know that there's a fixation like cycle, and there's like first legumes are planted, then grains are planted. Everything like I used to discuss, which I learned. She was like practically validating my things, and everything
Mhm.
was like that. Agriculture was since we have cows at my home as well, so even that thing also was quite like relatable. And apart from that, main concern was GK. But since like I prepared uh, for the like via the classes. So that is why with the notes and all, I have somehow managed GK as well.
Right. So I think for GA, ESI, and ARD, so Rutvij has very confidently said that if you're from IT background, you have fair chances. Still, when you started to prepare after the notification, if you utilize the sources correctly, it can be of great help. So, Rutvij, one question on that, since you chose EduTap for phase one specially, so what made you confident in us? Ki, okay, EduTap is the way to go.
Actually, I know EduTap from COVID time. So like from my second, third year. So I have seen the videos of RBI Grade B. I have
Mhm.
done the master classes from previously. and I actually knew only EduTap like for this everything. But since in one some master class, they also said that if you have taken something, you have to trust that completely until you get it. So then I was like, okay, when I purchased it, then I never saw anything like else apart from this.
Hmm.
So yeah, and I used to talk to you only like whenever I used to face any issue, majorly in the like 3 p.m. sessions which EduTech conducts.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that is one thing. So
So,
yeah.
so that mentorship helped you, or did you felt like we can be better with respect to the content, or with respect to the mentorship?
No, ma'am, it was like quite sufficient for me. Like I honestly didn't have that much of a time to like evaluate everything.
Hmm.
I since I was working, I just knew that okay, here's someone who can like help me be that person to provide that knowledge, and that is how I looked upon it.
Thank you so much, Rutvij, for putting your trust on us, and we are very happy, and we are celebrating that we are able to deliver that trust, right? So now let's talk about your phase two. So a very interesting story, since Rutvij used to talk to me. So what happened after giving phase one? He was not confident that he will be able to clear phase one, so he didn't prepare for phase two. What he did was, just after the result was out of phase one, he one day we have talked, right? So he
Yeah.
told me that somehow, ma'am, somehow I managed to clear phase one, and now what to do for phase two. So we have some talk, we have some hard talk there, and I think ध्रुतविस को डांट भी दिया था मैंने काइंड ऑफ कि why you are why you are so late and why you didn't started preparing. So ऋत्विज, उसके आगे की story you will like to tell कि how did you manage to prepare even when you have your phase 2 result, phase 1 result out, and the phase 2 was like few days after that. So how did you manage to prepare in the limited time for descriptive English and your subject of computer?
So I was not sure about one thing only, that was GK in the pre. But since it was like qualified, so I was uh, now when I talk to you, I actually talk to you like after a mock session,
Hmm.
mock paper of EduTap.
Hmm.
So after that, I talked to you, ma'am. I am not able to write anything. Firstly, I had this perception that okay, I'm good at English writing. Maybe I can write. I will like see. But then after seeing that essay, I was like, okay, that this is not something which should be, which would get me the job eventually.
Hmm.
So then I talked to you, and then like you scolded me as well at that point. I know, but then I took it very seriously. Like whatever you said, like about the essays and all, I was like daily I used to practice those without fail. And then like English, I had got a good hand to like essay writing. Main focus was essay writing. My main focus was essay writing. Since in the descriptive classes as well, they said that essay is something that sets the tone up for letter and précis and other things. So that is why was like main focus was essay and like gathering facts and like studying the what you can say, studying the broader areas. And that was my main target. So again, that notes theory came. So I used to write the notes, I used to write the facts, schemes relevant to broader areas, everything. And then I used to go through it whenever I get time. So English was very like that way English was tackled at the like examination. Maybe rather I'm very like bullish on English, so I think I would have scored good in English.
Hmm. So for computer, for your subject specific stream, you also have paper. So we have paper one of English that you have just described, and for paper two, we have your IT stream, right? So, so how did you tackle? Since you have not given any competitive examination before that, that was of such nature, right? You don't have descriptive component, or you have not given paper that was specific to computer. So for the student who are from IT stream watching this interview, how you would say was the paper's tone for of computer, and how did you manage to prepare for the subject specific paper?
So I rather underestimate it. This is something which like people can avoid. They can like seriously prepare. But since I just recently graduated, my completed my graduation, and like for the interviews as well, we have to study that thing only. I was quite like hopeful that okay, IT paper would be something which won't not like haunt me like that, like English and the GK part specifically of the English state. But since that thing is there, so in IT specifically, so I gathered some topics syllabus which can come and which have come in the PYQs, and then I just straight up look in the YouTube, like, okay, this is the topic. What is there about this? Some of them I had studied earlier as well in the like graduation part. So they're like I used to study about those. I have to write in the book, and yes, that is how I prepared. Mostly, I didn't practice that seriously that much, like how I practiced English
Hmm.
very seriously. And this actually backfired in the paper as well to me, as I was completely new to this, and the papers, the word limit was like quite like a very huge word limit was there, and which I was barely meeting in some questions. But still, like I guess there's objectives and English would make up for those that loss
Right,
is
right.
what I.
So I think that's a smart strategy also, that you didn't get overconfident with your stream ki okay, I'll only prepare for stream. You prepared for English also. Yes, you underestimated your computer stream since you were fresh from the college, and you were not able to meet the word limit there. But yes, so what sources did you refer? What was your strategy? Like, how did you prepare for subject specific stream? Was it only you have some book that you refer to, or was it that you go for online sources?
Ma'am, majorly online sources, majorly YouTube only. So I, as I said earlier, so there is a syllabus, and you just straight up look what is this thing, what are the probable descriptive questions that can come from this, and that thing, that's it. Like there are so many things, so
Hmm.
cover everything, and in a like have some knowledge about everything, so that you can write up in your own terms.
Right. So we have a very interesting case. Another interesting case that we have is in the mains. Rutvij was one of the person who get his center change after finishing paper one. So Rutvij, will you like to shed some light on that story, and how did it impacted your preparation, or not preparation, your delivery for paper two? Uh, so how did it happen? Just let me know.
Like due to some technical issues, so the people who organized the English paper, they only transported us in a bus to the second center. So there, the first, like there's a like the equipment on which you write paper, right? So or the keyboard and everything. So in the second center, there was like the keyboards were a bit noisy, and there like people started typing at the like whenever like they see the question, at as soon as they see the question, and everything was like, since this is my first exam, this experience was quite new to me, that everyone is like, if you are writing something, then okay, you are writing at without making any noise. But since these keyboards were quite like
Old.
sharp in noise, so that is why uh like I was able to hear everyone like writing at their pace. And since I didn't practice writing like speed that much, so I was quite tense there, but it eventually went away.
Right. So I think we can all take a lesson from this, that okay, wherever you are giving the descriptive examination, you will get the old keyboards, and you will have a lot of background noises. So you need to practice how to write. So since if you have good speed, if you have your content ready, it will be easy for you to face such a situation. But yes, if you just read without getting any practice done, there might be some issues, like you will feel distracted out of the all those noises that you're getting, right? So now let's move to the most interesting part, your interview. So since you were a fresher and you were also working, and you were from a farmer's family background, right? So did your interview go in a single direction, or was in your interview you were able to face different kind of question from different kind of factor, from your profile, from your job profile, from the HR kind of question? What kind of question did you face there?
First of all, since I had done a similar internship at RBI, so I have also faced the interview there, and I've seen the premises for 3 months. So I was quite comfortable at the NABARD premise as well. So it felt like okay, I've seen these tables, I've seen these chairs, I've seen these kind of people, and
Hmm.
everyone was very supportive.
Hmm.
So even in NABARD interview as well, everyone made comfortable. The panel was quite cordial. Everyone was very like welcoming in nature. So then like I was quite comfortable there, like before the interview as well. I didn't get nervous. But in the interview, the questions were like specifically from my profile based.
Hmm.
So and they also like how my work experience can impact help NABARD. And apart from that, some questions were regarding to my IT theory part.
Hmm.
And then yeah, like these questions were the IT related stuff which NABARD does. So basically, it was completely focused on whatever my profile is.
Right, right. So you got the question from your job profile as well as from your educational background. From
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
you get the question. Okay, okay. So that was very interesting that when you're, preparing for the or giving the exam from the subject specific stream, you can get the question in that direction. Rutis, that was a great interview. But now there is one interesting fact that I would like to know, or that you would like to share with everybody about you.
Uh, like uh, like what?
Like if somebody typed your name in Google.
Oh, no, like I guess
We can
you're
restart
talking
that.
about
We
my.
we can restart that. If you say, okay, interesting fact, you can share because I felt great. So I think everybody will be able to see it. Okay, so you can share that. No, no, it's okay. It's okay. Okay.
Okay,
So can I restart?
not interesting fact. Can you ask hobbies or something like?
Okay, hobbies you want to.
Like other
Okay.
interests or hobbies you can
Yeah,
ask.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So Rutviz, the journey of NABARD, preparing for NABARD must have taken a toll on you. So in meantime, did you have any hobbies that help you to, prepare well and make this complete ride a little smoother?
At the time of preparation of exam, though, I like cornered everything. But before that, and like from since childhoods, in my college days, in my school days, I have like played chess a lot. So I am a FIDE international rated chess player. So if someone would search my name like Rutvij Raut, they would get my FIDE profile, everything. And apart from that, I have also played basketball, and I also know some like some bit of dance as well. So these are like my hobbies generally.
So today we have, I would say, a star and multi-talented person, Rutviz, with us, and it was great hearing this story from you. Now, Rutviz, if anybody want to prepare for this examination, be it from the specialist team or be it from the journalist team, what tip would you like to share with them?
So basically, I would just like to say that have trust in whatever you make the notes. So I do have this like I this sacred book which I told you about, right? So this has been my strategy for. So you what other people can, if they are interested, they can like write down whatever they gather, and they can just keep on reading this, keep on going. A lot of revision is required basically to like be able to recollect at that exam stage. So that is what I would like to say about this thing. So keep
So,
revising as much as possible, and keep write it down somewhere and then keep revising it.
right. So, Rutviz's tips for the future aspirant is to make notes, make notes and revise them as much as you can. So, notes and revision will be the key that will help you to crack this examination. So, thank you so much, Rutviz. It was a very interesting and very learning interview. And I hope the future aspirants will take some notes from your story and will be able to deliver the result that you have. So thank you so much. And
Thank you
once
so much,
again,
ma'am.
congratulations. I wish you a bright future ahead, and I hope you will be able to do and achieve whatever you are targeting.
Thank you so much, ma'am.